Hello, and welcome back or welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sarah Camps and today's video is a makeup tutorial. I literally haven't done a makeup tutorial on this page since 2016. I'm gonna be showing you my everyday glam makeup. Here is a little preview. The eyeshadow color changes depending on my mood, but this is everything from start to finish that I usually put on my face every day. It's very yappy, it's very fun, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Hello, and welcome to my bathroom. I am going to try and look in my camera, but obviously while I'm doing my makeup, I feel like I'm gonna be looking a little bit everywhere. I brought my little Hello Kitty mirror out as well if I need kind of like to look this way, because I tried to set up my lighting. It's my first time doing like an at-home makeup tutorial. Bear with me as I try and figure out the lighting situation. I'm going to show you guys today my everyday makeup routine. I'm definitely someone who likes to change my makeup up constantly based on my outfit, based on my mood, based on just like what I'm feeling. And these are products that, let's say I had to go on a last minute trip tomorrow and I just had to bring the bare minimum, this is what I would bring. This is everything I feel like I need in my makeup kit for just a day-to-day look. First, going to prime. I have used every primer there is. I do think primers are important and I do think that you should use a primer. And I have been using the Milk Hydrogrip primer for the last bit. They were actually so kind to send this over. So I really love Milk makeup products. And this one kind of has like a cooling effect. Sometimes I'll put it in the fridge. Take these little Hello Kitty clips to just clip my hair. I also have a mirror right here. Just clip my hair and my bangs back while I do this. Next, I go in with MAC's Strobe Cream. This is the Strobe Cream in the color UV Light. I'm not sure. It's like the purple one. They came out with a bunch of different shades of this stuff, but I just put it on the high points of my face. It really gives a subtle glow. I don't think it's like too much, and I have pretty oily skin. For foundation, I have repurchased this product, I wanna say 3 times now. It is the TirTir Cushion Mask Fit Red Cushion Foundation. I am in the color French Vanilla. I will show you. It is a Korean, they actually make skincare as well. I was also so kindly gifted this for the first time. It's a Korean beauty and skincare brand. You just push it in the little pad and it picks up the product. I will say having long nails like this and trying to do this is not easy. So it's definitely better when you have no nails. And then you just pat it on, and I just think it has the most airbrushed, like blurring effect out of anything I've ever used. And I will also say my skin is clearly, as you can tell, like even here, I've had this massive breakout for a while. I am acne prone. I grew up with acne, actually pretty severe compared to what it is now. Have scarring and discoloration, like I guess you could say sort of like dark spots from previous acne, as well as I still get breakouts now. So I'm not an expert by any means, but this is just what I find works for my skin. As you can see, this is how the skin is looking, still very glowy. And then I use this Merit stick concealer just to kind of conceal a bit under my eyes, which sometimes I use my fingers, sometimes I use a concealer brush. I really don't like to do too much concealer under my eyes because I don't mind like my bags showing through or like dark circles really. Not that I think I have like horrible dark circles or anything, but I just find it really cakes up when you put a lot of concealer under your eyes, and I'd rather it look natural. For bronzer, I have been using this NARS Laguna bronzer. It's a cream version for literally over a year. It's just a great bronzer. I kind of use it as like a contour. I know you need to use like a cool tone, which I do have a cool tone Fenty stick that I use to contour my nose. But for my cheeks, I just do like a tiny, tiny bit of this anyway, so I don't really care. I like this. It smells good too. And like quite a bit of product. Like again, you really don't need a lot. I just hit the cheekbones, sculpt the face, like literally just a little bit, and then I'll add that next on my nose. I do my chin and just under the jawline. I have bangs, so unless I'm pinning my bangs back, I don't really do my forehead or my 5 head, let's say. But if I was, I would, because I do have a big forehead. This is the Fenty bronzer stick in Amber 01. And this is how I contour my nose. I just do the sides. I don't know if that was even straight because I'm not looking straight. And then the underneath the tip, and then right under here just kind of gives your lip a little lift. This Sigma tapered brush that I probably got at Winners and blend it out. It's tapered though, so it actually is like the perfect brush to get in here and like really blend this out. Obviously we don't want to have. All right, my favorite part, blush. This blush I have raved about to every single person and their mother. It is the perfect pink blush. I cannot stop using this. Literally, I almost cringe when I feel like a look needs a different shade because I just want to use this every day. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with it. I think it makes your skin look I mean, just let me do it for you. Let me show you. This is the Nabla Cosmetics Cheek Shaper. This is a very, very nice brush. This is YSL, by the way. This is not cheap. This is, I think, like $64, which is quite steep. But once I tried it, I was like, oh, that's why. This is the color. It's the Make Me Blush. No, it's the blood. I think the shade is called Make Me Blush. Like, look at that. Like, this is what gives me life. Seriously. And you guys know I like a bright blush. You guys know I like a lot of blush. Put out my nose, I put out my chin. I go back in with my concealer, the Merit Stick Concealer. Also, I didn't tell you guys the color. This is in Chiffon. I have pretty pale skin right now. So I'm pretty light with the shades. So now I just kind of go in and like touch up and perfect with a concealer brush. This is the Pro Airbrush concealer brush. I'm not even sure who's this by, Sephora. And kind of just get anywhere that needs like a bit of extra blending with like concealer. I also kind of chisel this out of it and like kind of sculpt it so it gives that, while still trying to obviously, you know, the more sculpted, the less natural I guess it looks. So I just kind of really try and blend everything seamlessly. All right, next up is powder. I have also went through a good 3 or 4 of these Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom Cake powders. This is like my easy baking powder. This one is also almost completely done. So I do bake with this because I want my makeup to last all day, and this definitely keeps my face, which does get quite oily, very matte. Not very matte in like a bad way. It keeps it matte enough for me that I still like glow. So it's honestly the perfect, that's what it looks like. I take my beauty blender. I find this is the best, like most sturdy baking sponge on the market that I've tried personally. I actually don't really love the Huda Beauty ones themselves. So. I always kind of carve out my, I'm gonna use a mirror. always carve, oh my gosh, always carve out here and under my eye, around my nose and chin. I have bangs, so my forehead will get oily anyway, so that's why I really just powder it. While I let my powder bake is when I will usually do my eyes, especially if I'm using powder products, so that I can wipe away the fallout easier. Today, I am gonna use this Danessa Myricks Freedom Palette. It is this little mini magnetic, let me open it, palette. Look how freaking beautiful that is. Have already used this shade because I'm such a sucker for a color like this, but I think I'm gonna use it again today because I'm just so obsessed, but I can't wait to use some of these shimmers. This is looking super tempting, but I think I wanna do a fun, bold color again just because it's like a beautiful summer day today. Obviously have nails, so I'm gonna go in with this tiny ColourPop brush. I just find brushes with these make a lot more fallout personally, but usually give it like the full eye shape. Like I'll kind of bring it up to almost my brow area. I just started doing the other eye off camera to kind of try and match it in shape best I can. But like, how beautiful is this color? I'm obsessed. So now that my eyeshadow is essentially done, I would swipe away all of the powder. Although that didn't really create as much fallout as some shadows do. Next up for me is highlight. This is also an OFRA highlight I was gifted. OFRA Cosmetics with Nikki Tutorials. It's their collab. It's called Cloud 9. I actually did break it, but I have been using this steadily for months now, and it is quite literally the perfect like highlight color. I don't know. I've never tried anything like it. I can't even compare it to something I was using before because I've never had anything like this. Show you by just what I mean. But like, look at that. It just made my nose look so snatched. Like, it's just like, normally I am more of a cream girly, but like, look at this. It's just, it doesn't even look like a powder. It just looks like perfect. I usually hit the brow bone and also the inner corner. Love a bright inner corner or like a shimmery inner corner. Like, even like under my eye, just like crying shimmer kind of look. Oh, so good. There's so much makeup on my lips right now, but we're gonna do that and deal with that in a minute. Now my brows are freshly bleached as of yesterday, so I am gonna leave them bleached. Sometimes I will draw on an eyebrow, just like a skinny brown taupey eyebrow kind of color with a MAC pencil, but today I am going to do my bleached brow tutorial. Basically, I use the Covergirl Lash Blast Primer as my eyebrow like brush. And I have been bleaching my eyebrows now for I think like 2 years straight. And I do not ever want eyebrows again. And then I have this brand new MAC Pro Locked Brow Gel. This is my second one. It's just obviously a clear brow gel, but it's what I use to obviously kind of set them in place and really keep them down. I'm going to set my face. Obviously, this is also almost done. MAC's Fix Plus is just my favorite setting spray of all time. I have used, again, every setting spray I feel like there is on the market, and I just keep going back to this. The mister, everything is amazing, but I do really want to try that Pat McGrath one for the glass skin that just came out. I'm gonna do my eyeliner. I don't know how I'm going to be able to do this on camera. Anyway, I use a felt tip liner. Right now I have the NYX Epic Ink Liner in obviously just the blackest black. I also love the Fenty Fly Liner. And then I connect it from the top. I also drag it from like the bottom lash line to connect just in the outer corner as well. So I made that liner a lot thicker because once I keep going over it, I kind of have to. So again, I'm gonna connect on the bottom here. I'm gonna kind of make it match by just thickening it up a bit and connecting it on top too. For the outer corners done, sometimes I will do the inner corner just a tiny, tiny bit, which I think I might do today. Take the eyeliner brush and just a tiny bit. And those are the inner corners. See how it's kind of bare there? Sometimes I will also put like a white or nude eyeliner on my waterline to kind of also brighten the eye, but I don't feel like doing that today. So we are just gonna go right into curling our lashes. Every mascara I feel like there is, and there are always new ones coming out. So I did just receive this one from MAC. It's the MAC Stack Elevated, and the wand is super cool. This curve is so interesting. It really does help lift and curl, and I find it very lengthening and thickening as well. So I'm impressed. I find MAC mascaras really, really good quality. So this mascara is really, really that girl. Bottom lashes. Next, I'm gonna do my freckles. I have been using Freck for the longest time. Still love them, but they were unfortunately sold out when I needed to get more. So I got this little guy, also a mini freckle pen, exactly the same as Freck, where you just like dot and kind of dab and blend. You just dab and blend out, like you just dab and pat randomly. I kind of just put it over my nose area, maybe a little random here and random on my forehead. It's kind of to make it look obviously natural as possible. I'm going to take my hair out because she is going to be a hot mess. How freaking cute are these rollers? Every day I was traveling in Japan, this was like my go-to lip combo. Makes sense why my lip liner is this tiny now. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk in medium number 2. I'm actually going to sharpen it a little bit because she's dull. So we're just gonna line. I feel like I've done a few lip tutorials before. Lips are like my other favorite thing to do. Slightly overline and sort of feather it out. Also overline slightly, again, not much, like as you can tell. All right, now that our lips are all lined and I kind of feathered it out into the center, I'm going in with the NYX Lip IV Hydrating Gloss Serum. Does this have a color? Drippin' Rose is the shade name. It was on here. So definitely, again, like a Your Lips But Better, in my opinion. This is what it looks like. Very hydrating formula. It also smells like the beach, like coconut, vanilla. So I kind of let it dry a little bit because, like I said, this is pretty much the extent of the makeup. I am going to get dressed and I will show the makeup in way better lighting, but that's the routine. There you have it. That is the final everyday glam makeup that I love to do. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any product suggestions or anything that I should try next or add to my makeup routine. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy makeup tutorials. I love, love, love doing my makeup. I love being creative with my makeup and changing it up. So more to come. I will improve the filming situation. Thank you so much for the love and support. I'll see you in my next video. Mwah.